A new edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, our daily deep dive into the valley weather here. It's Hump Day. It's Wednesday, the 15th day of August, 2018. We're halfway through the month of August. Let's take a little bit of a progress report here, if you will, at the halfway point of August. Well, no surprise, it's been a warm month compared to the average. 4.2 degrees above average so far in August. We haven't had a day with a high under 80 degrees since the very first day of the month. We did 86 this afternoon, so very consistently warm over the last couple of weeks. It's been a long time since we've had good sleeping weather, open up your windows, get some fresh air kind of weather. I think we'll have a little bit of that coming our way next week. We'll talk about the longer range towards the end of the video. High temperatures across the region today were uniformly warm where it wasn't raining. So that means for us and points to the east, it was a warmer than average day, but it was easy to see where it was raining. Cooler than average high temperatures today in Dayton, Cincinnati, Louisville, Indianapolis, Evansville, places such as that. And no surprise with clouds and rain that it struggled a little bit out there. I want to talk about how it looked outside today. I told you about this last night on Weather for Weather Geeks, and even I mentioned it on TV. I think that there might be some haze in the air today. A lot of wildfires still raging across the western U.S. and up into Canada as well. And with the jet stream being configured in more of a northwest to southeast fashion in the last couple of days, some of this smoke and haze and dust would get pulled south and east, and that's exactly what happened today. I think it was pretty noticeable out there today. Yes, we did have some high clouds, some cirrus clouds, but mixed in with that, there was some smoke in the air as well from these wildfires that are way far away. So even though it was fairly light amounts, it was enough, I think, to make it pretty noticeable today. It was definitely just kind of a hazy day. And yeah, boy, they just need the rain out here in the west, and it's not a pattern that's going to bring much anytime real soon. A lot of fire weather warnings and watches still out for parts of the Intermountain West. It's been a very tough summer out there. All right, back here at home, visible satellite for the last several hours. Our data gets a little wonky at times today, but we had a general gradual increase in cloudiness as we got into the late afternoon and evening today. Rain and thunder for parts of central Ohio this evening, back into the Cincinnati area, and even a couple of tornado warnings out here in southwestern Indiana as of about 7:16 this evening. Some of this moisture is going to try to come east tonight, resulting in a chance for a couple of showers as we head through the overnight. Now, it's really muggy in a lot of spots all the way up into northern Wisconsin this evening. But look at Fargo and Bismarck. Drier air, yes. And that air mass is going to try to head our way for the weekend. Now, it's not going to be as dry as it is right now up across North Dakota, but a pretty nice change, I think, will briefly pay us a visit before the weekend is through. And again, I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. Our futurecast for tonight paints some green already by 11 p.m. Not really buying that. Past midnight, especially late at night, there could be a couple of showers. I doubt there's any thunder overnight tonight. Small chance of that. Maybe a shower in some parts of the area as a lot of people head off to work for Thursday morning. As I oftentimes say in the summertime, it's not a washout tomorrow. It's not going to rain all day, but I would prepare for rain at just about any time. I think the highest risk for a thunderstorm is likely to be in the afternoon tomorrow and into tomorrow evening as well. We don't have much of a trigger nearby tomorrow, a weak warm front, but our cold front's way off to the west. And so it's the kind of day where I don't think the atmosphere will really support super organized activity. I doubt there's much in the way of strong thunderstorm activity tomorrow. Here's what I have for our hourly rain chances, keeping them between 30 and 40% through about midday. Then I would say the highest risk for showers and storms would be mid-afternoon, maybe late afternoon as well. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center does have the higher risk of severe weather in the darker green, roughly from Route 30 on south and west. This is a very marginal situation tomorrow. Clouds are going to inhibit instability, just not much in the way of, favorable dynamics in the atmosphere to produce severe weather tomorrow. During the course of the day Friday, it's going to be a lot like tomorrow. Our front's still off to the west. In fact, our front gets a little closer, so Friday could end up being perhaps even a little stormier than tomorrow. I've upped our rain chances on Friday. And this is a day, even though we'll have enough wind to steer these storms along with, as juicy as the atmosphere is going to be, we'll have to watch for some real gully washers in some parts of the area before Friday is through. Now, Saturday probably starts with clouds, but I think drier air starts winning the battle as we go into the afternoon and this front finally sags to the south. Should be a pretty nice late afternoon and evening on Saturday with lowering dew points to boot. All right, rain totals next couple of days. This is Thursday through Friday night. This is a look at our some of our major computer models, and Generally, the takeaway here is an advertisement of a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain is a decent average. As we saw in Boardman last Friday, it's that time of the year where some places can get hardly anything, some places can get a lot. It's just the scattered nature of summertime thunderstorms. And so, your mileage really varies, but as far as a general average, 3/4 of an inch maybe over the next couple of days. All right, as we go to the weekend, this very soupy air mass, really moist, will finally get ushered away by that front, again, by midday into the afternoon on Saturday. Here we go. Here's the drier air. This will be around through the rest of the weekend. I think Sunday's going to be a nice day. Lower middle 80s, sunshine, low humidity by August standards. But the muggy air will make a brief comeback early next week. This is a pretty soupy-looking air mass for Monday and Tuesday. This could ring out some pretty hefty showers and storms, especially Monday night and into Tuesday, but then another cold front and a nice refreshing air mass coming our way for the middle of next week. And I suspect we're going to fail to reach 80 for a couple of days next week. And notice, this next Thursday evening, there's an even stronger cold front advertised by the European model here just to our north and west. If this swings through, that could make for a really nice weekend next weekend. So that's like whatever that is, the 24th, 25th, 26th. Now beyond that, I am expecting a return of some pretty toasty weather for the tail end of August. I want to show you the European long-range modeling here. Temperature anomalies, of course. Greens and blues and purples are below average. Oranges and reds are above average. Here comes that cool down for the middle of next week. There it is. This will stick around for a few days, but then I think it'll be replaced as we go into the last few days, handful of days of August, by a pretty warm air mass. This is advertised by the European model to be centered over New England. This has the support of some other modeling as well, so increasing confidence that the month is going to end on a pretty toasty note. So we should take advantage and enjoy the relative lull in the heat that we're likely to get during the middle and latter portions of next week. Thanks for watching the Wednesday night weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you back here tomorrow evening. Have yourself a great Wednesday night, and check out my update tonight on 21 News at 11.